This video is going to be a recap of all the biggest learnings I had over this year, so 2023. And basically, I started out this year making around 200k a month, and then basically for the last 4 or 5 months, I started making 500k a month. Obviously, that is a big jump, and today I wanted to talk about the biggest learnings I had. One huge realization I had this year is every time you have a jump in profit or revenue, or things start to do really well, you think it's just going to keep jumping up and up and up. Because for example, what happened to me when I scaled from 100k to 200k, I was 100% sure that next month I'm going to do 300k. And this just didn't happen. It took 5 or 6 months of making 200, 250k to actually get to 300k. And the same exact thing also happened to me when I jumped to 500k. The first month I did 500k, I was so sure that the next month I'm going to make 700k, which just didn't happen. These jumps are very non-linear. You have a plateau and you just cannot get past it. And then you have a jump, but then you have some other bullshit which happens and you cannot jump another time. And it feels very counterintuitive because you logically argue why you're gonna make more money next month than this month because it worked so well last month. The biggest thing I just learned is growth is not linear at all. It's always connected to plateaus and bottlenecks. And these bottlenecks are very difficult to identify for a lot of people because sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. And obviously I don't know how to get to $1 million a month because I'm not there. But something I have to say, every time I did have these jumps, they didn't happen on accident. It was actual changes I did which made everything better. And changes just compound over time and they're not straightforward. For example, one of the changes was me starting to focus more on YouTube and filming more and getting better in front of the camera. It took 3-4 months until I figured out what I'm doing bad, and I kept rewatching all my videos and tried to really improve them, and it did work, but it took over 3 months. And then all of a sudden it jumps up because the videos start to go viral. And this is obviously just tied to delayed gratification. Another big learning I had is there is external bullshit which happens which you cannot impact. For example, my closer had a personal private issue in his life, and for 2 weeks straight he was really bad at sales, and the closing rate dropped from 80% to 30 or 40. And I had 2 really bad weeks and I didn't know what's going on, but then it just clicked. Oh wait, he feels really bad and the sales calls are terrible because of that, so let's see how I can help or if this private issue is going to go away. Even though I like the narrative of having everything in your control, you don't have everything under your control, because in reality there are always external things which are going to come your way. And should I have been prepared and just give this guy 2 weeks off and then find another closer who can do it for me? Yes, so I take full accountability on not having a backup closer for him, and obviously the mistake is on me. It's just that I didn't see that as a priority overall. I spent my time on completely different things which were not having to do anything with building up a backup closer if something goes wrong with my main closer. So what I did after that is I wrote down all the things which I am super dependent on. As an example, my closer or my YouTube channel, where if that just goes away, I have a big issue and my revenue and profit is going to drop significantly. So what I did is I made a list of all these things and tried to have as much backup as possible for everything. The next big learning I had is on the main channel, I noticed how I'm posting too much fluff because it went viral. I basically had a video series analyzing people who are famous in the niche. So Andrew Tate, Aiden Ross, Luke Belmar, Iman Gagey, all these people I did videos on my main e-commerce channel, and they all did super well. So the idea was, hey, let me just do that 1 time a week and everything's gonna just blow up, right? Well, no, because it started being way too fluffy and the things I said were not high quality at all anymore, and the videos themselves were shit. I started posting bad videos because I just wanted to keep replicating the thing which went super viral. However, I realized you cannot overdo one winning concept. You can do it a couple times, but you cannot just do it once a week. It's too much, especially if you lose out on quality because of that. So when I realized that, I took a step back, it was a couple of months ago, and I really thought, okay, what do I need to do to make my YouTube videos exceptionally good? And the answer to that was very obvious to me. You need to just prepare way more before you actually record. So basically what we have is a full-time person who's scripting all my videos, and then we added a second person who's doing example research. They find clips I can react to. They find clips and videos which just make my point better. And I realized my videos are so much better if I just prepare well and have other people prepare for me. In the end of the day, for my e-commerce coaching business, my YouTube channel is my main lead source. This means that the better my content is, the better my leads are, and the more money I make. So it's the most money-making activity I can have. The next realization I had this year was peanuts start to matter. My general thought process always was, let me focus on the most important thing, and the rest is just gonna happen. I don't care about the rest. Well, at some point, you need to focus on the rest. And I realized that this year, because we we did a couple of smaller changes which did end up impact the business a lot, like split testing the website headlines, adding email marketing, adding some kind of downselling, stuff like that, which I basically just didn't do until I was at like 300-400k a month. Then I was like, wait, let me just do that. I just understood that things start to compound on a higher level, and small details are actually a lot. The next thing I did was I started dominating journey channels in the e-commerce space. So this is a strategy which I invented myself. I didn't see anybody ever do this. Basically finding people in your niche who are doing the thing but are unsuccessful at it. So for example, if you're a fitness coach, there's a bunch of people on YouTube which document their journey of losing weight, and then they do that for like 3 months and end up not losing weight. You could take that kind of person and just make a public announcement or a video where you react to his content, explain why he's not losing weight, and also hope that the person actually is going to watch your video and then talk to him directly and say, look, if you want my help, reach out to me. I did this in the dropshipping field. We had this guy Mikey again, didn't make any money for a year straight, and then I come in, start helping him. He's making 100k a month now. And the beautiful thing about this was his content is so good. Every video of his gets anywhere between 100 and 500k views per video. And then he mentions me in every video, and all the people who see his success just put it on me. I get all the credit for every dollar he makes because I actually did help him out a lot to get there. This is obviously a very difficult strategy to pull off because there's a huge difference between just having one case study and finding one specific person and then getting them to make a shit ton of money with dropshipping in my case. Obviously, to drop one case study, you can have 20 or 30 or 40 students, and if one of them makes it, you just post that one case study and you look like the big G who makes it work for everybody, when obviously that's not the case. So with somebody who's already documenting their journey, you have to make it work with one person. You need to be 100% success rate. And that's just something which is difficult. You need to have a really good system. And fortunately enough, I do have that system and I was able to help them. I just thought, hey, let me just replicate this. And then I told a couple of people who are already in my program, hey, just start documenting your journey. And now we have new journey channels popping up left and right, and I just dominate all of them because in this e-commerce niche, there's literally 3 channels which are actually big. Costify, Mikey again, and this Dave guy. And these 3 guys, I have all under my wing. Mikey again, I got big. Dave, I got big. And Costify, I'm getting him big right now. So if you pull this off, the amount of credibility you get through this is insane. It's better than anything I ever saw in my whole life. Getting one person to actual success who documents their journey and shows failure is the best thing which can happen to you. So if you have these people in your niche and also are sure that you're actually going to be able to help them out, because guess what? If you don't help them, they're still going to post it. This is a strategy which is very dangerous. Either you have crazy amounts of good marketing or crazy amounts of bad marketing. This is marketing in its purest form. You don't say anything crazy. You just show irrefutable evidence that you are the shit. And from all these things, what actually happened was my name on YouTube started to be more known and my face actually started getting a lot of views. Before that, I was not able to get any sort of reasonable views from me. The only way how I was able to pull views is making a video about Andrew Tate, about Luca Belmar, about Iman Gagey. These videos pulled in tons of views, but it's way less converting. If you actually go viral because your content is really, really good, it's a different ballgame. As an example, I have one Iman Gagey video with like 50k views and then one full breakdown videos with like 55k views or so. And it's just night and day how much more money I made through the full breakdown video, where I have a 30-minute video explaining exactly what you need to do as an organic dropshipper to make money versus me just breaking down Iman Gagey. This is something which actually builds a real fan base. And I noticed this when one other guy just posted an interview with me on his channel, and out of nowhere it became his most viewed video. I just saw, okay, people in the niche actually know my face and they basically click on the video because of my face. It didn't go crazy viral or so, but it's still his most viewed video on his channel. On a new one where a couple of thousand views is actually a lot. The other thing which happened this year is I found exceptionally good employees. It's just the guys who actually get it, who are really, really, really good. And this is something which I didn't have as much of before, and we have over 20 people in the team now. And the amount of things which I actually was able to outsource, which I thought is not possible at all, like scripting YouTube videos. It's so difficult to outsource that. The person has to have such a deep understanding of what they actually talk about to make a good YouTube script. And the thing which happened this year as well was the client results just skyrocketed because we had such a good fulfillment team. Basically, they're customer happiness managers. They're literally better than me. I didn't think that's possible, but they're much better than me. And we literally have 6-7 people directly in the support knowing dropshipping on such a deep level where just me by myself alone, I cannot even compete with my team. Together, they're so much better than me. So through that, we got so many more case studies which we were able to post on YouTube, and also got so many more leads through that. And the last thing which happened this year is I started the year out with traveling a lot lot. And I was literally gone for like month in a row. I don't know if it's just a phase right now, but it started to become pretty boring. And this is also a reason why I started the agency here, which I genuinely enjoy a lot. On this agency where I basically help coaches and agencies to scale their business to the next level, it's just so fun. And that's also why I keep doing one-on-one calls. I personally manage the clients on this channel. It's just me and my brother, no employees, no nothing. It's just so much fun to help coaching businesses and agencies grow. And I never thought I'm going to enjoy one-on-one calls so much as here. And it's not some kind of marketing trick I'm giving you here. It's genuinely how we do it right now. I literally even take sales calls, which I don't do at all. But the initial thought is I don't want to outsource it before I actually know exactly how sales calls are on the agency side of things. But I just enjoy them so much that I want to keep doing these, and also weekly support calls with all my clients. So right now is a really good time to start working with me if you want to have one-on-one time with me personally. So click the link below. We're going to have a call directly with me and we're going to see if it's a good fit.